Today we're doing a yin yoga class for lower back pain relief. We're going to start resting back on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. You're going to need 2 blocks and a bolster for this class, if you have a bolster. So we'll just start here by resting, allowing our backs to settle and feeling the support of the earth. Letting our breath drop down and into our bellies. So your bones sink down through your muscles. Okay, we're going to move into our first pose to release your low back, which is going to be keyhole stretch. So you're going to cross your right ankle over the top of your left thigh, draw your left leg in, and you're going to hold on behind your left leg until you feel resistance pulling and pressurizing into the outside of your right leg and into your right glutes. Let your shoulders stay relaxed and dropping down towards the ground. And let's begin by focusing on the principles of yin. So first we're going to find that appropriate edge somewhere between. We don't want too much, we don't want too little, we want there to be sensation, but we don't want it to be sensational. And then we soften and we let ourselves be still. And we stay for a while so that the pose can drop into the deeper connective tissues that wrap around the joints and the bones. So this is different than when we do Hatha yoga or Vinyasa yoga, where we're staying up at the level of the surface of the muscles. Here we have long, slow holds to get deeper into those connective tissues, which like to stay cold and still. We're going to be doing 5-minute holds in this class, so you'll be in each pose for 5 minutes. Okay, you're going to go ahead and release this pose from the side of your body. Come back to the knees bent and feet flat on the floor and just check in and feel the difference between your right and left side, maybe even checking in to see if there's a difference in your low back on your right side so far. And then we'll go ahead and set this up on your left side, crossing your left ankle over the top of your right thigh, drawing your right leg in, holding on behind your right leg, feeling the sensation in the outside of your left leg, left outer thigh, and into your left glutes. So in our yin poses, you want to choose where you're going to place your attention. So you can place your attention on the sensation in the pose, in the outside of the left thigh, into the left glutes, and let your attention stay there. You might choose to place your attention on your breathing in and out through your nose. You might choose to place your attention on your connection to the earth, letting yourself really sink down into the pull of gravity. You may choose to have an intention through the class. Maybe your intention is to soften through all the joints of your body. If your mind is really busy or you feel very emotionally activated, you can know that you're not alone in this experience, that others feel this too. So having some self-compassion means that you tune into your own experience without exaggerating it or writing it off, knowing that others share the same experience as you, so that we're part of a shared humanity. And we never practice alone. There are others all over the world right now practicing yin yoga with you, creating an energy of healing together as we practice this class. And if this all feels too internal, you can always open your eyes and ground yourself in your space by looking around, choosing something to look at, feeling the texture of your clothes on your skin. Lots of places to put your attention. Take a breath and go ahead and release the pose on this side. And just check in. Feel the flow of chi in your body. Notice how your low back is feeling. Okay, from here we're going to do child's pose. If that's too much for your knees and your ankles and your feet, you can always draw your knees into your chest here instead. Otherwise, we'll come over to do child's pose. This is where you might want to use your bolster. You might want to have some extra padding underneath your knees here too. So make sure you've got yourself set up so that you can be in that long hold. I'm going to be here for 5 minutes. So in this position, just feel the opening in your low back and breathe into your low back. Okay, you're going to slowly release this pose from your body and we'll lie on our backs again. Our deer, our buck's leaving. Oh, we've still got some left, yeah. Okay, so we'll just feel the rebound, feel the flow of chi in that pose. And our next pose is going to be half happy baby pose. So for this, you're going to draw your right knee into your chest and then reach your sole of your foot up towards the ceiling. Okay. You can use a strap here if it's too hard to reach. And you can also place a block or the bolster underneath your pelvis here, which can create quite a bit of ease in this pose as well. Just notice how your back's feeling as the class is moving along. Okay, and we'll go ahead and release this half happy baby on your right side from your body. Pause here. Give your body a chance to adjust and settle. Notice how your low back is feeling. And then we'll go ahead and do that pose again on the left side. So start by drawing your left knee into your chest, and then you're going to reach your left sole of your foot up towards the sky. You can hold on with your left hand, or your left and your right hand, or you can do, you might have noticed what I was doing on the other side with, if it's too much for your shoulders, holding on behind the knee as long as you keep the leg at a right angle here. So you're going to do what works best for you and your body. You can also use your left hand to hold on the inside of the foot. So lots of different ways to hold half happy baby pose. You can also lengthen your right leg out long, but if you have back issues, it's probably going to be more comfortable to keep that right leg bent. So find a position that works best for you. Okay, so go ahead and slowly release the left leg down. And you're going to rest here for your Savasana, for your final resting pose. Just notice here how your low back feels, if there's less tightness and tension, if there's less pain in your low back now at the end of the class. And as you rest back here and let your body receive and integrate the yin yoga postures, I'm going to sit up and read you a poem. This poem is called In the Pounding Rain by Estora, and it's from the July 2020 edition of the Collective Wisdom magazine. So I'll put the link to that in the show notes. Dance with me just this once in the pounding rain, to music wafting with the smell of jambalaya and a tufi from someone else's wedding. It's been too long since we forgot the world. I remembered what your hand feels like on just that spot of my small back. Made for journey, heard just outside the pool of light from someone else's party. We never cared whether we got wet or dusty, or who spun the music or threw the lights. But more often than not, we fell outside that glow and cast our own. Now, though, I need this dance in the rain, cool and insistent on my skin, to contrast the warm circle of yours touching mine. And I need the abandon of a stolen moment from a universe oblivious to us. So as you're starting to wiggle and stretch out and deepen your breath, I want to acknowledge you for taking this time to come slowly into your body, to release the tension and pain from your low back. You can slowly make your way up to seated. Thank you so much for joining us for this yin yoga class for your low back pain relief. Give yourself a thumbs up for finishing. If you know anybody who experiences pain in their back, be sure to share this video with them. And also thank you for subscribing to the channel. That really supports us and helps us. And put in the comments, my back feels so much better. Also, there's lots of goodies for you in the comments box below, in the description box below. So there's 8 days of yoga for back pain. So lots more for you there. If you go to that link, if you go to melissawest.com/backpain, lots of other things in there as well. I want to thank everybody for their donations, also for their support, for those of you that members support us that way. Lots of great stuff in our membership community for those of you with back pain issues. There's a link to my Amazon wish list there. Thanks to all of you who sent me poetry books to read you poetry and oracle cards for our pick a card classes. And I'm sending you much love from beautiful British Columbia. May your joy be as deep as our Pacific Ocean. May you be as strong as our mountains. And may you be as rooted as the old growth trees in our forests. Much love and many blessings.